meat, they break down the fibers that make the meat tough and chewy. So in a matter of seconds, you can tenderize, but they also create these flavor channels. So your marinades, your dry rubs, they'll absorb more quickly and you'll get more flavorful results.
60 different piercings into the meat. Imagine how many times you would have to do that with a knife if you were trying to emulate this motion with a knife. Just a couple of presses.
That's right.
And now you're getting all of the flavor into the meat, and that meat now, this is probably like a skirt steak?
This is actually a flank steak, and
flank.
I always like to use this because you can actually see those long tendons that make it tough. But what we've done now in a matter of seconds, we've gone in and we've broken down those long tendons. So now we've shortened them. That makes the meat tender. But all these little channels we put in the meat, now your dry rubs and your marinades, they absorb quickly. So instead of hours of marination, take this flank steak. We spent about 30 seconds on it. Pour your marinade onto that. You can either put it into a little baggie, or even if you have a food save it into a container. And in about a half an hour while the grill or the oven's heating up, that is already marinated and now tender and ready to go. So when you grill it, and here we have an example of that. I want to let you taste this. This is a flank steak. Again, a half an hour. Anybody that's ever had flank steak, okay, knows that it can be extremely chewy. I'm just going to cut you a little piece here, and we're using a butter knife. I want you to taste this.
Okay.
Tell me what the texture is like.
So it is such a tender piece. It's almost like as tender as a filet.
Like filet mignon, right?
Wow. But the flavor.
The flavor is the more important thing.
Because normally when I think of a flank steak like that, I think that it's going to have the flavor on the outside, but not on the inside. This is so delicious. Well, this is customer top rated here at QVC, and today we have it for you on 3 easy payments of less than $9. All you got to do is choose your color. Here is your eggplant. Right over here is your red. This is your green. This is your blue, okay, 40953. Now the green and the blue that you're seeing right over here, these are more limited. They come with the little guard, so that guard keeps it safe when it's in the drawer. So like, you know, whether it's your hands or any little hands that are going into the drawer, that keeps it safe. But tell us how to use it again.
So again, it could not be easier. This is the one thing I love about it. It transforms any piece of meat in your kitchen. That's right. So this is actually chicken breast, and chicken is a very dense meat, so it doesn't absorb flavor, and it's very bland and dry. Well, with the tenderizer now, you can see these blades, they go right into the meat. They're super sharp, so they don't tear the meat apart. They actually pierce the surface of the meat, go through. So now I've tenderized, in a matter of seconds, a large chicken breast like this. So now all those dry rubs and seasonings are going to go into it. But I want to show you something. A lot of people are familiar with the old hammer as a tenderization, but take a look what happens when you use this. When you use a hammer, I want you to see the chicken breast. Look at it. I've actually torn the chicken breast. So what good is that?
Yeah.
You've really ruined the meat.
Well, it doesn't look good either.
It doesn't look good. And guess what? You want that plump, juicy chicken breast. Well, with the tenderizer, you don't have to worry about it. Those sharp blades you see here, they actually go into the meat.
60 of them.
60 of them at a time. So now it's completely tender, but also all the marinade and seasonings in a matter of minutes will absorb into the meat, so you get delicious, tender results each and every time. Whether you're grilling, searing, cooking in the oven, you name it, it literally changes and transforms the flavor and texture.
And you know what? It's customer top rated. You can see some of those reviews scrolling at the bottom of your screen. One I was just reading said that, you know, it takes lesser cuts of meat.
That's right.
It makes them more tender and more delicious. This one says, use this all the time for my steaks, the most tender steaks ever. 5-star after 5-star review. But this, a London broil, you know, again, another kind of
chewy.
Yeah, very, very chewy.
You know, it's one of those meats where you have to give it so much love, but with the Deni tenderizer, I want to show you something. Look at these blades, okay? This is a thick, almost 1.25 inch piece of meat. Look at the blades go all the way down through the meat. So you know each and every time you're actually piercing into the meat, you're creating flavor channels. This big handle, I love it, so it's easy to grip. But if the camera can get a shot here, I want to show you something. This is actually, see all those little tiny, we call those flavor channels. Those are little openings in the meat. So now when you put on your dry rubs, your seasonings, anything you want to do.
Into the meat.
Yeah, in fact, one of the things I love to do, I love to put my seasoning on the meat, and then I take it and I actually blast it right down into the meat.
Wow.
So you get extra flavor and incredibly tender, juicy cuts of meat now.
Now let me ask you, Richard, how do I clean it?
Top shelf in the dishwasher, because you know you're using it with raw meat, so it's the best way to put it in the top shelf to sterilize it.
Okay, so you just put it right in the dishwasher.
Right in the dishwasher. Couldn't be easier.
Remember, it also comes with that little security guard right there. So when you put that into the drawer, you never have to worry about your hands or anything, you know, getting cut with this. But when this is removed, look at the blades that you're getting. 60 different sharp blades. I think that's the most blades that you've ever brought us in a Deni.
That is the most we have, actually.
So it's a nice long surface here. So you're getting a lot of coverage on the meat. 3 easy payments of $8.67. And remember, those easy pays go away at the end of our event. All you have to do is choose your color. Is it the green, the blue? Those are very limited. The green is the one that you're seeing in Richard's hand. If you want the green, we only have a few dozen left. And then, of course, you can order the red or the purple. Now, you've got a turkey here, and my next question was going to be larger roasts, things like that. Can I use this on that?
You can. I'm showing you here. I want to let go of this. That's a heavy spring, so it actually helps push the blades back out of the meat. But go on away from the bone on a whole chicken on the breast. Think about the breast meat in chicken and in turkey. Think how dry and boring it typically is. Well, now all those juices and flavors that come from the skin, now they're going to soak down into that breast meat because you've created these little channels in the meat. So all that flavor that you want, instead of it being on the outside, it actually soaks into the breast meat, so you get juicy and tender white meat, not that boring, dry white meat.
Best Sunday dinner ever. My gosh. I mean, who doesn't want that? Whether it's a turkey, whether it's your chicken, maybe it is that big roast that you're making for your family on Sunday afternoons, or for Easter right around the corner, or your cuts of lamb meat. This is something that you can now marinate and get all of the flavor right in, and it's just as
whoops, that's right, it's a little slippery.
Yeah, it's just as easy.
Just go like that, straight down into the meat.
Look at that. Very easy. And you're not changing the look of the meat, really.
Not at all. And I always say, Alberto, do everything the same with your meat. Season it, marinate it, but use the tenderizer for about 30 seconds first, and you'll notice incredible texture and flavor differences.
We're last call on the green. Let me show you the other 3 colors. Blue, getting more limited. Here's your purple. And here is your red. Get this home on 3 easy payments of $8.67. Remember that easy pay, all this goes away at the end of our event. K40953 in order to get it. Richard,
Alberti,
thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you on our show. But Courtney, what do you do? You're chopping.
Chop, chop. That's what I'm doing.
Courtney.
Chef Joe's putting me to work. I'm all of a sudden a sous chef, but that's okay. I'd rather be working with the best in the business. This is from Groove Tech. It's for Cook's Essentials. What it is a Meza knife. So you might not think, okay, well, I know I have a bread knife. I know I have the butcher knife. Where does this fit in? Hold on, we'll tell you. Because it's one of the more unique looking knives that your kitchen absolutely needs. It's customer top rated. We're debuting it for you today for the lowest price we've ever given you, $18.37. Remember, it's cooking on cue. Happy Sunday. 3 easy payments of $6.12. We've got 2 colors. Chef Joe is holding the black, but we also have the red. And notice there is a cover in